Just another Magic Monday. DIDNEE!
Hello! It was a little busy this morning, so I didn't have, thank you. I didn't have time to check in with you guys, but it's Fan Expo day. I'm excited. We're doing things a little differently. We're only going 2 days, so one night sleepover, so going on the train dressed up. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff. Look at my beautiful new suitcases. Oh, they're so pretty. Are you ready? No, 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 no. I've taken off my cape because I'm 1,000 degrees. We're currently in Jess and Jacqueline's room, and say hello.
Hello. Hello.
And they're just finishing getting ready, and yeah, I now have to rearrange my suitcase because Jacqueline got a bunch of stuff for me and Roxy, so now I have to reorganize everything.
You're welcome.
So whenever they're ready, we'll head down. Yay! Let's go! Yay! Why? Why are you like this?
Because. Come back. I got something for you to do.
Oh. No, now we're demonetized. So we're just wandering around shopping. There's so many people here and it is so hot. So hot. But yeah, I've already bought stuff. Oops. So hot. Slowest zoom ever. Let's go. Ah, this is a new camera.
You need a new one.
Yes.
It really looks like him.
I know. You can barely see, but they're hobbits. So we're gonna depart with Jess. We're gonna see the Wreck-It Ralph panel, and she's gonna see the Jim Cummings panel. So yeah. If she gets any footage of that, I'll put that in there. Let's go see Wreck-It Ralph panel, yay! So I can't film in this panel, so I'll let you know what it's like after. Okay, bye.
I'm so curious about how the industry has changed since then and how you feel that you as a voice actor have changed since then.
Well, I'm a little busier now, and I'm a little older apparently. But it was great. I didn't know that it was impossible to break into, so I was too stupid to know, so I just accidentally did. I think I came in through the side door, and you know, it was great back then. I made a demo tape. I knew I always wanted to do this since I was like 4. You know, doing dolphin noises in the back of the room and yelled at, and but the joke's on them now. And so you know, it was just a lot of fun. I shopped around my demo tape, gave it to a couple people, and The one guy I knew named Sal Romeo, he made a B horror movie called Soul Survivor, and he was because I was working at a video store, and he was my showbiz contact. I gave him the tape, and he didn't have anything to do with it. And he said, well, you don't suck, so I'll hold on to your tape. And I said, good, always a good sign, non-suckage. And he gave it to a fellow named Frank Brandt, or no, he gave it to Don Bluth, who, The Secret of Nim and American Tail, and he called me back and said, well, you don't suck, but I'm not doing anything, I'm doing video games. He was doing something else, and he held on to it and said, I'll pass it along. And so I was getting passed around. But it was like 6 weeks. And then the next phone call I got was a guy named Frank Brandt. And God bless him. And he and Caroline Hay were starting to gear up to do Dumbo Circus for Disney Channel. Disney Channel was just starting up, you know. And apparently they're doing well. They're just hanging in there, you know. You're welcome, Disney. And yeah, right. But and I got the job of Lionel the Lion, and apparently I was continuing to not suck. So that was good. And then I got an agent, and that lasted like a year and a half. So I never got to be a waiter. I'm just kidding. I'm the biggest failure anybody knows because I wanted to be a mime. I can't tell you how I blew it. Impossible to tell you how poorly I did at that. Thank God.
I'm curious, what was it like for you taking over these characters that were already pretty iconic?
Yeah. Well, see, it's weird. People ask me that, and back then it had been like 20 years since Pooh was around, you know, because it was in the 60s, the first 2 or 3, you know, the little shorts they put together. And they won an academic award, you know, way back then. But it hadn't been around for it just wasn't, you know, literally not unseen. I'm sure people were watching it somewhere, but the ABC and Disney were separate companies then. And they said, wow, hey, remember that bear? Let's do something with that bear and that little tiger and the happy donkey. And so they did, and you know, they just put out a regular casting, you know, audition call. And I went in and I thought I nailed Eeyore. Oh well, I had to settle for Pooh and Tigger. So it just worked out, you know. I did. It wasn't as big a. People say, well, it must have been so daunting, and I just thought it was going to be a really cool job because I remembered it, and my little brother was actually a big Winnie the Pooh fan, and I used to say, you know, his name is Pooh, in case you didn't know. The H on the end isn't fooling anyone, you know. It goes like, and now I'm.
Did you ever think you would be doing that for this long?
No. Thank God I am. But apparently it's working out.
I heard that. Do you have like a favorite short or feature that you've done?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was the one with honey. You remember the one with honey, don't you? Of course they do. Don't pay with cigarettes. So yeah, that's the one.
That's an example.
I got her. I got her with that one.
That's my actual mom. Hey. Nice work, yeah.
You're kidding. No, I'm kidding. You guys are like clones, so I know that. A beautiful thing.
You've done a lot of singing voices in Disney films.
Yeah.
Maybe most famously you had to dub over some folks for The Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King and Hercules, and I saw Christopher Lloyd earlier, and you know, he never remembers me. It's great. It's so good. I sang for you in Anastasia. How'd I do? You were awesome. You know, that's good. Who are you again? Get this guy out at security. You know, so in the dark of the night. Yeah, so I joke around, and my buddy Jess Arnell and I, we joke around. I said that I'm a stunt singer because a lot of singers don't act, and a lot of actors don't sing. And since I can't do either one, I get to do both. So yeah, I got that going for me. Well, let's have a lot of fun. Robotnik had a pretty good time. You know, Neville, you have prisoners? Oh, that's good. I
like prisoners. You know,
this guy's going, and you know, Pete's not really a villain, but he provides a lot of friction, and you know, like, Daddy can't miss you if you don't go away. You know, and I guess I sing for a lot of villains. You know, Scar, and Anastasia. And I'm drawing a villain blank right now. Hondo Naka's not really a villain, right? He's not. He's kind of a good... I mean, he wouldn't play cards with him or anything like that, but he's not really a villain. But villains have a lot of fun, you know. Captain Hook probably had as much fun as Peter Pan, right? Yeah. And I think I saw Captain Hook earlier today. There he is now. Yeah. Oh, quit showing off. Put your hook down. Well, first, the first time I ever did the Kingdom Hearts, because they animate them in Japan, and they come, and you know, we had to redo them, and it was really, really hard, the first one. They finally snapped out on the second one and didn't refine the lips a lot. They would let because, you know, like Pete would come out and go, Mushidoya! Oh, Dobosiki Abutai! And, which isn't Japanese, but it's my terrible rendition of it, and I'd go, and then, you know, the English would be, hello, Mickey. So I said, well, I'm screwed. Thanks, you know. And I no, it's not good. It's a bad thing, you know. And so now I think they snapped to it, but it's pretty darn hysterical to see that, you know. Oh, Papa. You know, that's pretty cool. You know.
Do your favorite movie line in your favorite voice.
Well, you know, gosh, we had a lot of them in the last one, and I kind of like.
well, people say that nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day.
Yeah, and we would just do them on Friday afternoons. I was like, can we do Friday afternoons so I can like heal for the weekend? You know, because I always joke I'm Winnie the Pooh and the anti-Pooh. You know,
oh, that's like.
You know, and it's, you know, you do that about 4 hours and you're going. So that was, but honestly, the worst one was a show, and please tell me no one's seen it. It's right up there with the Garbage Pail Kids, called The Mangler. Didn't see it, right? Keep it that way. You're doing fine. And it was, they made it, I think it was based off the popularity of Stephen King's movie Christine, where there was a haunted car, and that was pretty cool. That worked. Well, this, I kid you not, it was from a short story. It must have been on a pamphlet, I think. But it was kind of in the Industrial Revolution, and it was at a dry cleaning factory or something like that. And it was a gigantic press, laundry pressing iron board, big, you know, big, you know, and it kind of scary looking when it moved. But it was, you know, and it was pulling people in while they were like pressing sheets, something, and then it would pull people in and iron them, press them to death, and then nobody noticed, and the machine got a little more evil, and they came up with they said, we need some scary stuff for this, and I said, oh, okay, well, and so I invented this horrible sound like. And then I heard just doing that. And then another one was. Then the other one was. It sounded like a toilet. And then they played it backwards.
Oh. I feel like I've literally seen that episode of Supernatural. Like
yeah, and it was and it was Toe Booper, one of the big guys, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, an actual Stephen King, Toe Booper, and I said, oh man, that's going to be a pain. Tell them I'll do it, but it's like for double, and they paid me. I wasn't looking for that, and then, but thank God. So don't hurry up and see it. Hurry up and don't see it as soon as possible. And the cool thing is, in the credits, I'm Tim Cummings, and I went, yes. Take that, Tim. And I ad-lib a lot. No. Yeah, I do. And and Jessica Arnell tells the story too. It's like, I am the terror that flaps in the night. Now that's a standard. And the third line's always going to be, I am Darkwing Duck. So I'm reading it because I don't read the scripts in advance. And and I just totally blew the take because it says, I am the terror that flaps in the night. It doesn't matter what I write here. Jim's going to say something else anyway. I am Darkwing Duck. So that was a pretty good one. Talking Randy Newman into writing that second song. I was like, dude, because he's my close personal friend. No, I sang Evangeline, which I thought was so beautiful. I loved it, you know. And I even, you know, my little girl Gracie, she's 13 now, but she was 4 when Tiana was 4 in the beginning of the movie. She looked just like her. You know, she adopted me. And I lived in New Orleans forever. I had my house. I just sold my house there a couple years ago. And I mean, I was on deckhand on the riverboat, you know, and it even had food in it. Come on, you know. So I know. and I just said, if I don't get this role, I'm going to shoot myself because my kids are going to be sitting around playing this song and it's going to be Harry Connick Jr. doing it, you know, because they wanted someone from New Orleans, and I was never happier than when I got that role. And yeah, one of the coolest things about it is they said, first of all, people think the Cajun accent is like a southern accent, like from Alabama, something like that there, and it ain't the way it is at all. Because you know them Cajun, they got that different patois, yeah. And so I kind of was able to bring that in. One funny story, okay, this is so funny. It's you should pre-laugh like now. They said you have to show up and you have to bring sheet music for a Cajun love song. Good luck finding sheet music because they didn't write any sheet music. They didn't have it. What you talking about, you know? And so, but Leon Russell had a song on an album of his called Carney, and it was called A Cajun Love. That was the name of the song, A Cajun Love Song. So they said, "What are you going to sing for us?" And I said, "A Cajun Love Song." And they said, "No, really, what's the name of it?" A Cajun Love. And so, they didn't have. They had an accordion player there, and he didn't know it. So I just did it at Acapulco, and apparently I was in key enough. And the very first thing out of my mouth as Ray, just the audition, was "Come on, get your league and come on, get you way back in the bayou on fishing time," and it's in the movie. That because they played it, and apparently I was close enough to being somewhere near the key that they just used that because they wanted like a little work song while he was untying the frogs' tongues from each other. It's a conversation you don't get to have every day. But yeah, so it was fun. So that was kind of neat. And then gonna take you there, gonna take you there, gonna take you on the way there. Join along. I'm kidding. But he didn't want to write that. And I said, you gotta write a Zydeco song. We're in the swamp. What are you gonna write it in the next Louisiana Bayou movie in the swamp? Write a damn. So he, you know, they had all talked him into it. So that was kind of a
Just as sweet as honey forever. And keep on bouncing. TTFN.
Are you nerding out? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Oh my god, it's so derpy. I want it. Also the pufferfish. Oh my god. That is the derpiest Jolteon I've ever seen. I love it and I need it. Look what I got. You'll see it in the hall, but look what I got. I'm excited. Yeah, thanks. So that concludes Friday. I'm really excited to take this off because I am extremely sweaty. It's gross. So tomorrow is our last day because we only have 2 days, which is sad, but you know, saving money. Probably just gonna grab some food, go to the pool, and then pass out because we're tired. So Alicia is showing me her skirt, and you have to look at what it does. Okay, first of all, yes. Now spin. Yeah, it's a perfect princess dress for a villain. I forgot to mention about the Wreck-It Ralph panel. We couldn't film anything because it had a preview. I didn't realize how long this preview was going to be. They showed like clips. Some of them were like just animations and stuff like that, the different characters, and that was really interesting. But then they showed like either brand new scenes or extended scenes. Like the princess scene, there was like a full princess scene and it was amazing. I'm so excited to see the rest of the movie just because of that. At least I liked it too. So, yes, that was an awesome panel, and just completely out of nowhere, Jodie Benson showed up on the stage and was singing and, you know, talking, so that was exciting. So, yes. That was, I wish I could have filmed it. I planned on it, but there was security everywhere, so. Good morning. It is makeup time. Okay, so we are ready. Would you like to see the full outfits? Okay, first, Alicia's. Yeah! It's so pretty. Do a spin. Yes! It's so perfect. Yay! Oh yes.
There we go.
Look how perfect the purse is. I love it. Do me, do me. Yay! Do a spin. Why the chunks can go. Yay! Actually, that didn't look that bad. And here's Kenny. Do a spin. I really like the one sock down, the one sock up. Alicia's just getting some autographs from some of her favorite people. She's just in line, so we're just waiting for her, and when she's finished, then we will go adventure somewhere else. Woo! She's really far away, but that's a really pretty bell. And she's like really far away on the other side of this barricade. So hello, Belle! Just to give you an idea, this is the kind of line you may be standing in if you come here. With Kenny's fingers. Always Kenny's fingers. This is what you wait in line for. It's so beautiful. Look at that chin. I love it. What did you get? Yes, first I'll do this. You can't even see it. I love it. Yes, perfect. I love it.
But wait. Look at all those nerds.
Yeah, there's one. They're coming for each other. We're in the panel for Jodie Benson. And man, this room is too small for the amount of people that are there. Oh no.
The only, the incomparable Jodie Benson.
Our show unfortunately closed very quickly on Broadway after a few weeks, and Howard at that point started working with the Disney company on The Little Mermaid, and he was kind enough to invite all the girls to be able to audition for Ariel. So if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here with all of you today, all these many, many years later. So anytime I get a chance to say thank you to Howard, it's a treat and really a blessing for me. So it is. It's totally a beautiful plan, a mosaic of puzzle pieces of how God put this all together. That the first LP that I ever had of a Broadway show was a chorus line written by Martin Hamlish. And little did I know that I would be working with the Martin Hamlish on my first starring role in a Broadway show. So it's kind of, as you say, serendipity, but it's really just an amazing miracle about the pathway and the journey for my career. So it was so wonderful to have him in the recording studio because I had never been behind the microphone before. I didn't know what I was doing, but he knew me as an actress and a performer so well that he actually became my director in the booth standing next to me. And I think what's so amazing of John Musker and Ron Clements, our directors for The Little Mermaid, and Disney employees, cast members, were so kind and generous and let go of that power of being the director and trusted Howard to be able to direct me one-on-one. And it was just magical. I mean, there's no way I could get through the film without him. I mean, every line reading, every lyric, it's Howard. He would give me the line reading and I would basically imitate him. And he was so sweet because he'd like, okay, can you think about this and try it this way, and I'd do it like 50 times, and he's like, well, let's just, and I'd finally say, Howard, just give me the reading. Just give me the line reading. But he's such a great director that it's an insult to give an actor or an actress a line reading. And I said, but you're not insulting me. You're actually helping me by giving it to me on a silver platter, and we're going to save a lot of time, So he was so gracious about that. And he started to get sick towards the end of the movie, and it was a well-hidden secret. But his best friend, Nancy Parent, and they were nice enough to let me crash with them. So we actually crashed at the same friend's house in LA when I fly back and forth. So he really went through his illness with grace and dignity, and I really admire his level of professionalism. He was a perfectionist like I was, so it was wonderful to trust him.
So many of the princesses in the Girl Gang have been in things from Kingdom Hearts to other, different iterations of characters. But generally, those are the kinds of things that you record on your own. You never see each other. It's been lovely seeing you, Paige O'Hara, and Linda at different conventions together. Did they get all of you together all at the same time to record that scene, or did they have to do it piece by piece?
It is piece by piece, all over the world, depending on where you are. Back in the day, like with Mermaid, we all recorded together simultaneously on the same few days in between plexiglass. But that doesn't exist anymore. We work by ourselves. I did Toy Story 2 and 3 by myself. I didn't meet Michael Keaton until the red carpet. And, I'm walking up next to him, and he doesn't know who I am. I'm like, hi, my name is Jodie Benson, and I did the voice of Barbie. And he's like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And then all of a sudden, you're, got your arms wrapped around each other, taking a million pictures on the press line. So you're like, hi, nice to meet you. Okay, let's stop. Yeah, it would have been fun. Yeah, that's right. It would have been really fun if we would have been able to record together. And I still had not met all of the princesses. We weren't all together at D23. We missed a few. But that was the first time that a lot of us have met each other, was at D23.
Do you think that there's a possibility that they could get most, if not all of you together for the premiere?
I would hope so. They're talking about their premiere at the El Cap in November. I know they would love to try to get everybody. I don't know if that's possible with people's work schedules and travel schedules and where everyone lives, but yeah, I hope we get another chance to all. It would be great to get all of us together. We were missing a few that day.
Dreamcast yourself in a Disney movie that you're not in.
What is your favorite Disney?
Favorite Disney film that you would love to just dreamcast yourself into from all time?
Oh my gosh.
No, all-time favorite Disney movie
All-time
that
favorite.
sadly doesn't have Jodie Dench.
Okay.
That sadly doesn't have. That is so fun. Okay, well the first thing that just came off the top of my head is Mary Poppins. So that's like the first thing that came to me was I'm a huge Julia Louise fan. I had met her before at the premiere of Princess Diaries, and then I met her one other time at Walt Disney World, and you know, she's just incredible. So not that I could ever do what she does, I'm not saying that, I could never replace her by any means, but that would be such a fun project to work on because of the animated scene and the blue screen, and you know, that would be really, really fun. And then as far as animation goes, I think that I would like to be Maleficent. Or I think I'd like to be a bad girl. I do, I think that would be really fun to be a villainess. I think that would be really fun, just to try something completely different, you know, than what I normally do. Glenn Keane is a dear friend of mine who animated Ariel as the primary. But that particular piece of 3 minutes and 45 seconds, we worked together so hard on that, and they videotaped me while I was singing, that it's really special to me because I know that Glenn put his whole heart and soul into the vocals of that song. And I just think that's such a beautiful scene. And you know, Ariel does look different in different scenes. I know you realize that. And that's because we do have a lead animator and then we have some secondary animators. So there are certain Ariels that I am more in love with, let's just say, as far as the look of that goes, and those would be Glenn. Those are Glenn's Ariels, so yeah. I have one in my house and it's just a treasure to me.
You get it for free.
Well, when I was inducted as a Disney legend, you become a lifetime member, which is incredible. So my family and I, we are able to get into all of the parks around the world except for Tokyo. Tokyo is a separate entity. We actually don't own that facility. So yes, it is a wonderful, wonderful gift becoming a legend, and we are thankful for it. And when my kids or my husband aren't available, I can bring other family members or friends with me on those passes, which is nice. So I'm grateful as long as I am with, you know, the guests. So yeah, it's a gift. It's a wonderful gift. This is Dr. Chai in the front row. He is a dentist. And we met in our line, and it was so cool because he signed up for a video. And what he actually had me do is record as Ariel his office voicemail. It's the cutest thing ever. So I had to go around because it's really noisy, you know, in the hall. So I went around the corner with he and your little boy, wasn't it? Your little boy? And I'm like, hi, this is Ariel, the Little Mermaid. And I just say, I'm so glad that you called for Dr. Chai Dental Office. And if you would like an appointment, I mean, he had this whole thing. Even to the point of, if you have a dental emergency, please call. And it was so cute. It's the only time I've ever done a dentist's voice message, Dr. Chai. As he says, Dr. Chai like the tea. I was like, awesome. And it was like, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around beneath, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's and what's it's galore. You want big of a box? Get 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want one. I
walking around on those pretty feet, flipping your things you don't too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along. What's that word again? Street, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they sail, they lost. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these rovers? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? But you're not there. They understand that they don't reprimand their daughters for young women sick of swimming, ready to stand, ready to know what the people know. Ask them like questions and get some answers. What's the crime? What's the word? Learn. When's it my turn? When I'm love to explore and sure out of the sea. I wish I could be part of that
Okay, bye. Bye. It's now sadly time to go. I am sad. Are you ready to leave?
Yes, but I won't put my dead things.
For context, she bought dead things.
That's not much more context.
Jeff.
There's like buffalo things and stuff.
Oh. Wait, did you just... Oh, it's the ice machine. I'm like, did you just go into someone's room? I'm just gonna steal your ice.
Seems so weird being done with calling on a Saturday.
I know, right? We'd just be staying another night.
Never finished calling on a Saturday.
The reason that we are not doing the full 4 days is we're trying to save money. So we only did, 1 night stay and 2 days at the con. And so
We didn't save that much money.
not that much money, but
Not
a
that
little
much
bit.
spending money.
Yeah. I mean, 2 nights at the hotel. That saves a bit. But I won't do it again. I will. Why? Oh god, the ice. We are home. I have never been so excited to take this wig off. The lace front has been digging in all day. I'm so excited. I, of course, will do a haul. We were actually quite good this year and didn't buy as much. We came home with money, which is shocking, which is not good for a haul, but it's good for my wallet. I forgot. I glued this to my face with medical grade adhesive. So it stuck, except this side. This side didn't stick so well, but oh no, I can't do this on camera. Look at that indent where my wig cap is. Oh, it feels so good to be off. Ugh. Okay, and now Itchy's coming up here, and he's missed me, and... Hi, buddy. Did you miss me? Yeah. I'm gonna snuggle with him now. Okay, bye-bye. Hello! A few days have passed. I now have the con plague. That's why my voice is a little sexy, but, let's just do this haul. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I know this video is already getting really long. So, Jacqueline picked this up for me, because, of course, I needed it. Look it. Their heads spin too, so, you know, do some freaky stuff. But I love it. It's got little pumpkins. It's got all the ice dripping down. It's perfect. I am so happy she picked this up for me. So I'm including this in the haul because I got it for Fan Expo. Next are 2 Funkos of Lock and Shock. I already have Beryl. I really wish that these masks could come off. They almost look like they could, but they don't. And they're a little freaky. Beryl especially. Like, I have him on my TV stand and he's a little creepy, I have to admit. I also bought this beforehand, so don't worry, my collection is growing of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to add any more of the characters, like the Devil and other Jacks, because my collection is getting a bit too big. Next is this Oogie Boogie from a blind box. It's a fairly half-decent size one. Like, it's about the size of my hand. But, yeah, it was a blind box. Kenny opened it, so I couldn't exactly do an opening for you. And I would have been too impatient anyway. But yeah, I got the one I wanted. I mean, there's other ones that I want, like I want Zero and stuff like that, but, you know, Oogie's a good one. And finally, my big item, and I obviously needed him. There were other, like, 25th anniversary figures of Nightmare, but they were like $70. Some were over that, so I'm like, nah. And, like, they were just a figure, nothing else. Like, this one, I'll take it out, but it's got all of the, like a base to it. So it's a little bit more interesting. I believe this was either 35 or 40. So not bad. So this is him. He's got his pumpkin. And then Zero's here. And it also comes with this keychain. Apparently that's the theme of these. They're finders keepers. So you get a keychain in each thing. So that's kind of exciting. So hopefully I can find more of these, even though, do I have the room for it? No! But I will always find room. Because of the Dragon Ball Z tour that was going around that had all of those like figures and stuff like that, Kenny got this. They had a bunch of like little vending machine sort of things, and he got this one. So that's everything. I was pretty good this year, didn't buy a whole lot. Now I have to go and find a home for this. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Have a great week, guys. Bye!